Alright, once again, new week, new Odyssey. Let's turn this off and see what we've got to deal with. Okay, what is this? 3, 2, 1, 10, go. When you hear hoof beats, do you think horses or zebras? Oh god. I'm thinking zebras, although these maps are quite nice. The last one's probably the most difficult, I would say. So I suspect there's something else to this. Okay, let's investigate. Ooh, they're utilizing the new custom challenge victory condition. So essentially, as far as I remember, oh, and there's custom rounds. As far as I remember, you have to use less than 85,000 cash total, otherwise you lose. But you also have to beat round 80. So that'll be interesting. So we've got custom rounds, hard impoppable 4 circles, still only 1 to 80 though, which is nice. 74,000 for hard impoppable on cornfield. That could be a pain removing everything, so we might just remove the select things we need. And then another brick hard standard 70,000. Okay, I think that's still pretty generous overall. Like 70,000's at least 2 tier 5s. And if we had like a, I don't know, a crossbow master and a Prince of Darkness, that's only like 50,000-ish. So I think we'll be alright, depending on what towers are available. So let's have a look. Okay, I am excited for this one. This one seems fun. Alright, ditch all of this, because there's going to be custom rounds, and we can't anticipate custom rounds just yet. Ooh, Striker Jones, Admiral Brickle, Psy, Pat Fusty. Does every map have water? Every map does not have water. We would be hero-less on Cornfield if we chose Brickle. Unless we chose Powers, but we don't choose Powers. Striker Jones could go for a recursive cluster strategy with Striker Jones. And yes, I know there will be most likely more zebras, but Striker Jones slowly allows himself as well as mortars and bomb shooters to pop black balloons. So that could be interesting. I don't think Psy has any restrictions on popping zebras. So it seems smart, because Psy just sort of one-shots them. I think he's probably they're probably the smartest pick here. Okay, let's grab one of you, grab a couple of you just in case. Sniper Monkey's nice, one of those, a couple of these. And do we need anything else? Probably. Throw on a Spectre. Spectre would be lovely. Spectre pretty much solos to around 80 on most maps, so I think we'd be pretty stupid not to grab one of those. Other than that, do I want anything else? Maybe a village? No. I don't think any of these are 2-lane maps, right? Yeah, Spike Factory would be great. Let's do that, and then finish it off with probably a couple more darts. Always good to have a solid starting ground. And then maybe another wizard? Or no, maybe another sniper. Yeah, alright, let's get it. Let's get this shit done. So this will be interesting. I've never actually done a challenge with the least cash attachment. Okay, cool. I'm glad it tells you. If it didn't tell me and I just had to guess, I'd be super screwed. Alright, so it's a good thing we're starting on round 1. Means the ninja has plenty of time to catch up. Never mind, there are blue balloons. This is not the round 1 I remember. This feels more like a race, just because of the extra HUD details and the different... This is round 4. This is round 4 right now. I don't appreciate being lied to. Okay. Well, now that I know that it's round 4, and I'm being absolutely, brutally, unhinged lied to, we will start off with Dart Monkeys instead. So 3 Dart Monkeys is pretty much an amazing start on any map whatsoever. I really hope this is just like... No, it's not going to be accelerated rounds, not again. They've done that way too many times. There's going to be something slightly different about this, because it's zebra related. They wouldn't specifically reference zebras if they just sped up the entire game. by like a round or two. Surely not. Okay. Why does this look suspicious? This looks very suspicious. What are they gonna do? There's more red balloons. I don't believe this is regular rounds. I mean, I know it's custom. Why was round 4 super fucking easy? Wait. It did say 3, 2, 1, 10, didn't it? So maybe we started on a different round from what we usually would, and then sort of working our way around. Oh, this is round 10. I believe. Yep. All those blue boys confirm it. Good thing dart monkeys are fucking insane. Alright, it was a really good choice to swap out for the triple dart strategy to begin with, because this is a little crazy. Alright. Psy, get your ass in here. Beautiful. You start clapping as many balloon cheeks as you can. Oh, the money's rising. Nah, but it should be fine. There's no immediate problems. It's just, if anything, the rounds are sort of simple. Simple, but not. Like, I don't know how to describe it. We definitely didn't start on the round we thought we did. Because round 1 does not have blue balloons. And round 4 is not as easy as it is in this game mode. I'm trying to figure it out, but I think it's some weird combination of like... Because it said 3, 2, 1, 10, and it did throw round 10 at us on like round 6. I'm wondering if there's some odd combination of swapping the rounds around, which sounds pretty funny now that I say it out loud. Rounds around. Swapping the rounds around. Anyway, my stupidity and thought process aside, I genuinely don't know. Because we're still only seeing yellow balloons, which seems about right for round 15. Maybe pinks would be introduced soon. But it said something about zebras. Oh, black balloons are coming a little early, I think. I think they usually show up in the 20s. Interesting, interesting. Okay, I don't know the exact sort of difference in terms of this custom round. It feels like, if we're going by the name of it, it went like round 3, round 2, round 1, then round 10. So just periodically we'll get a randomly much harder round. That's all I can assume for now. But luckily 3 dart monkeys just slaughtered round 10. Okay, that's why we have you, ninja. Sharp objects are necessary. Alright, throw down my favorite combo. Hopefully they can still manage here. I don't see why they shouldn't be able to. Okay, are we at a cruisy pace yet? Are we chilling? Are we fine? Round 26, that's a little early for leads. That's a little early. 2 rounds early. And then that's normal. Just a shitload of yellows. That's perfectly normal. And then more leads. Okay, so this is technically round 30. And then this was technically round 27. Because this is how I usually know that leads are coming. Like, I didn't expect leads then, because this round didn't show up. Okay, intriguing. So I don't know exactly how it goes, but I think it skips a round and then goes back to it later. Which is intriguing. And that's the entire reason why we just picked Psy right there. Just fully just pop them entirely. Don't even give a shit how many layers there are. Just take them, suffocate them, step on them, put them in a bag with a concrete block, throw them off a bridge, you know? That's the kind of ruthlessness I'm looking for when I pick Psy. Although, to be fair, I don't pick Psy often. Like, despite the whole, the entire map range, weirdly, I don't pick Psy all that much. And then I'll see, like, so many people on, like, the BTD6 subreddit saying, like, oh my god, Psy's fucking amazing, see, this is why you always pick Psy, and things like that. And, like, oh, the expert maps are impossible without Psy. And I'm just like, really? I'd never noticed. Okay, there's a Moab. That is an early Moab. Ninja, keep going. Thank you very much. Not gonna lie, Psy's ability, very handy right there. Just stun him for a little bit longer while everything else wails on him. And strongest stim. Perfect. and then we'll get faster throwing for fun. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That's all set up. Only 13 grand. That's not terrible in my mind. At least I'm safe inside my mind. Alright, let's get a shimmer. Not only to have a shimmer, but to go further beyond. I must say, I tried a pizza today, and I was incredibly disappointed, right? So picture this. What is it? It's a Thursday, right? It's a Thursday morning, you know? Pizza shop opens around, I don't know, 10-ish, maybe 9. So they've opened up, right? And me and my fiance planned to get some pizza. So we thought, great, they open at 10, we'll order a pizza for them to make and deliver by around 12. That way it gives them plenty of time, it gives us plenty of time to get hungry, because, you know, smart people always order food when they're not hungry, but plan to be, you know? It's difficult to plan to be hungry, but, you know, if you just have a vivid idea in your mind about what you're going to eat that day, it will certainly help to pre-order them. Would not say the same for games. Anyway, so it's like 9 AM. We decide, yeah, pizza sounds pretty great. We'll order that. Have it here by 12. That's when we'll be hungry. That's around lunchtime. It'll be a perfect lunchtime meal. So we order 2 pepperoni pizzas. We love pepperoni. I used to be the plain cheese kind of guy, because I didn't really branch out into a bunch of different foods until, well, pretty much until I met my my fiance. But yeah, so I hadn't really tried many things, so I went from cheese pizza only to trying a pepperoni pizza to going into meat lovers, which is like a combination of a bunch of different meats. And that really sort of branched out my palate. So anyway, we ordered 2 pepperonis, because that's her favorite and it's also my favorite. Well, it might not be my favorite, but I do like it thoroughly. It's like my second favorite. So I'm like, yeah, cool, 2 pepperonis, easy. And then we'll give some to my sister when she's hungry or whatever, and we've got leftovers. Easy. So we ordered it, right? And so we went about our day, you know, she had work to do, I was just chilling, playing a couple games in the background, things like that, trying not to make too much of a noise or disturb her. And I'd say around 11:50, I got a call from a random number. Now, whenever my mum calls me, it's always from a random number. And the reason for that is not because she's Jason Bourne and she has to hold burner phones and dispose of them immediately after calling. It's because she doesn't have a phone at all, and so she'll immediately ask the closest person to her, hey, do you have a phone? I need to call my son. And they'll happily be like, oh yeah, sure. Right? So it's always some random person's phone number that calls me. And so every single time it comes up with unknown caller, I have to answer, right? So I got an unknown call, and I thought to myself, oh, must be my mum. So I went to answer it. I just took like 5 seconds to step out of the room, so, you know, I wasn't going to disturb any study progress. And lo and behold, the second I step out of the room, it stops calling. Now I don't have any data. Like, 0, right? So I'm not about to call this person back, assuming that it's my mum, and assuming that the conversation won't take 10 hours, right? Because then all my mobile data's gone, I may as well have just pissed all my money down a drain, right? But if they call me, that's on them, and I'm quite happy. So I just ignored it. I figured if it was important, they'll call back. If not, wrong number maybe. 15 minutes later, another call. I go, oh, okay. But the exact same thing happens. Step out of the room for some privacy. Literally 5 seconds into the call. Like I hadn't even picked up yet, but 5 seconds of ringing, and they go, oh, fuck it, must not be there, and then stop calling. And so I go, you know what, that's fine. If it's that important, they'll either call again and be patient, or I'll get a text. And sure enough, I got a text from the pizza place that we were asking for pizza, because my number was put down on the order. I completely forgot about it. I didn't think it would be them, right? By this point, it's like 12 15. So we were wondering where our pizza was, but not that concerned that we didn't think that maybe someone was just a little bit late, right? So I got a text from a pizza place around 12. Like, this is only 2 or 3 hours after they've just opened in the morning, and the text said, "Sorry, we've run out of pepperoni. What else would you like to have?" A pizza place, after 2 to 3 hours of business on any given day, running out of pepperoni. Completely. Like, they couldn't even half-ass one of the pizzas and just be like, "Oh yeah, what do you want on the other one?" No, they completely ran out, so they couldn't even do one of them. How the fuck does that even happen? And so they call back. No, wait, we called back because my fiance let me use her phone, which has insane data. She's got like some sort of plan running. I don't have the money for that, but anyway. We called them back, and I'm just like, "Apparently you guys run out of pepperoni?" And they go, "Oh, yeah, your order. Yeah, we have no pepperoni at all." And I'm just like, "Okay, cool." And so they go, "So what other type of pizza do you want?" And at that point in time, you know, I'm self-conscious about making calls because I don't want to waste money, because obviously I don't use money to make calls from my phone. Why would I ever want to do something similar on another person's phone and potentially waste their money? Is this going to put me over if I do that? 60,000 plus another 1,000, 70,000 plus another 5? No, it won't. Just checking. But, so I was self-conscious about that, so I was just like, I don't know. And then I looked at the menu that my fiance was graciously passing to me. And I was just like, fuck it, meat lovers. Can we have a meat lovers one? And he was like, "Yep, can do. There won't be pepperoni on it." And I'm just like, I didn't think there would be, don't worry. You've ran out, which is a thing that can happen. So yeah, we went with the meat lovers, and then we ordered what sounded super fucking delicious. A barbecue chicken pizza. Or a chicken and barbecue pizza. Either way, it was delicious sounding, right? And so in the heat of the moment, I was just like, fucking meat lovers and the chicken barbecue thing. And he was just like, confirming it back to me, and I was like, "Yep, that's it." And he was like, "Great, we can do that, we'll make it, we'll get it to you as soon as we can." And I was like, "Great, perfect, thank you." Right? So we waited. Pizza showed up, guy banged on the door. I went out, grabbed the pizza, said thank you. Came back in, opened it up, and we got exactly what we ordered. There wasn't anything wrong with what we ordered. Round 76 ZOMG. Interesting. But yeah, nothing was wrong with the order. The order was 100% correct. However, what I failed to see was essentially the equivalent of the terms and conditions on the chicken and barbecue pizza. And by terms and conditions, I mean the other ingredients besides chicken and barbecue sauce. How do you guys feel about onions? I'm not a fan. And they were riddled all over this pizza. Right? I personally, I don't have a problem with the taste of onion. The taste of onion is fine. I don't mind it. It's the texture and the crunch. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It's like you're biting into a fruit that's not ripe and also is created out of the fecal matter of animals. You know? It's not a pleasant feeling, and you know you're not biting into something normal. Anyway, that's just my opinion on onions. Maybe you guys like onions or something. I don't know. I'm not an onion fan. But they were riddled all over this pizza. And the problem was, I couldn't tell the difference between what was onion and what was chicken. And so if I was trying to take off the onion, I would take off everything, because the chicken looked like onion. So I was thoroughly confused. And I didn't notice it at first because it looked like chicken. Oh, we actually get DDTs at the end there. That's interesting. But yeah, I guess we satisfied the objective, so we can move on. Cool. But yeah, I was horrified to take that first bite. And not only did I not taste any chicken, I tasted like all of an onion. It was horrific. I hated every second of it. And so I'm probably never going to order that meal ever again unless I specifically say remove the onions. Which I should say, I loved the pizza when I took off some of the onions and took a bite onion-free. The chicken plus the pizza, amazing. Would happily order that again. But goddamn, I hate onions. Onions along with tomatoes are probably my two biggest weaknesses in terms of food. Like, if you want me to really have a shit time, get me to eat anything with tomatoes and onions in it. And I'm not talking about, like, tomato sauce. I love tomato sauce. Don't ask me about the logic on that one. I don't even understand it. Actually, you know what? I do understand it, because tomatoes on their own, to me, taste horrible. But if you kill it, drain its blood, put it in a smoothie, and then serve it to me, I'll be like, the blood of my enemies. So yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't think you can do that with onions without creating an abomination. But yes, that was my horrible pizza experience today. And I just ruined the mood, because it's the same thing with my fiance. She hates onions too. And so when we both ate a slice of the pizza, we admittedly finished the slice, you know? You can't just take one bite out of a slice of pizza and then just put it back in the box and be like, no one will notice. No, we finished it like the true champions that we were. But, oh, it was horrific. I feel like I'm gonna have terrible flashbacks to this moment anytime I eat pizza from now on. Also, have we talked about what this map is? Like, it's meant to be some sort of running track, right? Why does it go in figure eights? And why does there appear to be some sort of hurdle before these patches of water? Is that a sport? Hurdling into water? Because, like, look, they've got little sticky uppy bits as if this top bar is raised off of the ground. Why would that be the case unless you were meant to jump over it, considering it's Olympic track? If it's meant to be something to protect you from falling into the water, then why is that not around the entirety of the... You know, I feel like I could go into so much of a rant about pure detailing on some of these maps and just be like, what the fuck is this for? This makes no sense. But, you know, I'd love to see the Monkey Olympics. You know, that's not the part I have any questions about. That would just be amazing. The Monkey Olympics. I would happily pay to see that. Who would do the best in the Monkey Olympics? I wonder. Psy would cheat, because I'm assuming they can just lift shit up with their mind. So if there's any sort of weightlifting category, Psy's got it covered. Probably with Pat Fusty second. Or fucking Captain Churchill just bringing a fucking tank and ruining everything. It'd be... I feel like overall, like in all of the categories, I feel like someone nimble but strong would probably do best in most things. So I'm thinking like Sorta, maybe Quincy. Quincy doesn't seem all that strong, but he's definitely nimble, so I think he could do the running part. No, wait, Sorta's got running covered. Her second ability just insta-wipes the entire map with that speed. And she can do it 3 times in a row, so she's definitely a long-distance runner, considering she could do logs 3 times in a row. That's kind of mental. Regular monkeys, though. Ninja would easily destroy at any of the throwing games, you know? Because, I mean, I imagine if you can throw ninja stars, like, ultra far and have them actually lock onto targets and curve around shit, probably be good at the sort of sniping. If it wasn't for Quincy having an actual bow, then I'd say the ninja would be best for, like, the archery. But, you know, if a single pink balloon runs across the field while Quincy's trying to snipe, he's gonna fucking miss. Every single time. There's no doubt about that. And it's going to be hilarious. Because it's like when you're at like a real life sports event or a sports game, and someone in the crowd just like screams out at the last crucial second of like a final goal kick or something, and it just puts the player off, and they butcher the shot completely. That would be beautiful. Just like Quincy lining up perfectly, you know, taking into account the wind, so he's aiming slightly to the left or something. He's like, alright, this will definitely be a bullseye and this will get me the gold medal. And then someone from the stands just yells, "Pink balloon!" And he just fucking shoots it like straight up into the air, and he's like, "Where?" Oh, I would pay for someone to animate that. That'd be beautiful. Right. What should we work on next? I mean, last time we used a Prince of Darkness. Why don't we use a Monkey Ace this time? I think that is quite appropriate. Although, Prince of Darkness is better against DDTs if we do have to verse them again. Okay, we'll go with Prince of Darkness. Go with what works. Why not? There is no reason not to. Also, I should probably be careful about me spending money that quickly. Accidentally buy too much and then it pushes you over the limit. Imagine losing in a least cash challenge because on round 79 you accidentally spent a little too much. Can you take it back, I wonder? Let's find out. So if I spend 240 on placing this Dart Monkey, what are we at? It's like 530. That makes it a 770. Okay, no, you can't take it back. Just like Extreme Mode Odysseys, you cannot take that back. Interesting. Luckily, that was the cheapest thing we could place to test that. Well, I guess maybe we could have gotten an upgrade, but no, not at this point in time. But interesting. I was wondering if that would work. Even if you just got like the sell value back rather than the original value, I think that would have been okay. Because, you know, that means you haven't technically gained any money either. You've still lost some, and you've still lost some up here, but it's not as detrimental as if you just completely placed the wrong tower. Like, imagine accidentally placing a super monkey instead of like a ninja, just because they were like close to each other. Admittedly, it's difficult to fuck that up unless you're like trying to speedrun and you're just like, whoa, whoa, like throwing them all over the place. But imagine just placing a super monkey accidentally. Instantly lost 2,700 out of this challenge. Oh yeah, this is going to be a very interesting combination of effects to add to challenges now. But yeah, we should still be fine to save up for a Prince of Darkness. Because I imagine round 63 will come sooner than expected, and if it does, and we still can't afford the Prince of Darkness, because he is a little bit expensive, then we can happily just hit escape, come back in, and then do the thing. What was the thing? There was a thing. We can buy something else. You know, because I imagine we'll have enough to buy something good. Oh, right, that's it. Recursive Cluster. Easy. Recursive Cluster will absolutely destroy round 63. Okay. So we're almost at the point where we can target 2 different balloons at once, which is a beautiful upgrade. One of size best, I would say. Stun them there. Perfect. Alright, in theory, we should have enough before the real round 63 shows up. But I don't know when round 63 will show up. So, it's difficult to say for sure. I'm glad Psy can stun camos. That's all I can say for now. Put him on strong because of that. Seems like a smart idea. But yeah, if we get Prince of Darkness, we should be fine. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't be. Okay, this is probably like round 62 or something. Or maybe it's a flashback to round 56? I don't know. It's difficult to tell unless it's like a round that's very iconic. Like 63 or 78 or something. This seems like a lead up to 63, so I feel like this is probably in the 60s somewhere. Might even be 61, who knows? Okay, okay. Ooh, that seems pretty iconic. Although I still wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. I mean, if there's 2 BFBs, it should be beyond round 60. Alright, so we've got our pod, which is beautiful. Do we need anything else? How much is a crossbow master on this difficulty? 28,000. Is that going to push us over? Plus an 8, put us at 62, plus 20. Oh yeah, that's pushing us over. So that means we are going for cheap and effective Elite Defender. That wouldn't push us over. I think it would cut it close though. Ooh. Do I want to go for an Elite Defender? Because don't get me wrong, Elite Defender's probably stronger than a recursive cluster. But in terms of actually damaging DDTs, which we know show up on round 80, I don't know how I feel about getting an Elite Defender over 2 recursive clusters. You know, because once the Shimmer's dealt with the DDTs, then the recursives can just go in. And that would be beautiful. But the old Elite Defender would struggle a little bit against those DDTs. Luckily we've got sizeability as well. Excuse me. So we can just stun them in place for a little bit longer. Do we have the two, what are they called? The double flash. His original first ability is like a single flash that stuns balloons, but then he gets an upgrade to it where it flashes twice. And then 3 times later, I think. But I don't know if we've got that yet. Do we have that? I don't want to check. I'm bored. I'm bored? No, I don't want to stop the gameplay. I wanted to keep it going. Alright. Yeah, we can go for a recursive. I'm also terrible at math when it comes to, like, these sort of things. So oftentimes I might be out by, like, 10,000. Because I'll add it up and be just like, yeah, no, that'll push us over. But it'll push us over 72,000 rather than 82,000. So in theory, it would be fine. But yeah, I can occasionally be terrible with math. Don't get me wrong, I love math. But yeah, just a little wrong occasionally, which is fine. People can be wrong. People can be wrong. Alright, let's do this. With that? Okay, I think that's as much as I'm gonna be spending. You know, I can't really do much more against DDTs than what I've already got. I expect the Prince of Darkness to be able to solo them anyway, but just in case, I thought I'd buy a little bit more insurance, so to speak. So that'll be quite nice. Okay, so there's our round 76, round 80. So that's 4 rounds difference, right? And then 3 rounds later, it'll be 10 rounds difference. I wonder if that's what the 1, 2, 3, 10 thing means. Just like every few rounds or so you will verse a round that's like 10 above what it should be. But at the same time, yeah, it's just so difficult to figure it out because the rounds aren't normal, right? Round 1 has blue balloons, which it normally doesn't. So does that mean 1 turns into 2, 2 turns into 3, and then 3 turns into 4, and then 5 turns into 10? I don't know. I don't know how it works. But it doesn't seem drastically different. You know, it's not insanely crazy as in, like, you know, Moab's coming out on round 20. You know, it's not that drastically different from the original that you can't just play it like normally would. Admittedly, you have to go a little bit cheaper than what you might do, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with just saving up for a few big hitters like a 5th tier and then cruising through. Alright, so round 80 is actually round 90, and so here come the DDTs. And yep, okay, cool. As expected, Prince of Darkness absolutely wiped them. Now, you can just continue that trend onto the next few maps. I imagine it doesn't make much difference. How much did we spend here? 76,000? 76,000, then the budget goes to 78, 74, and then 70. Ooh, okay, okay. we may have to cut ourselves down a bit, but hey, those 2 recursive clusters didn't end up doing too much, so you take them out of the equation, we're pretty much at 70,000. So it should be fairly chill, although another brick is a difficult map. So it'll also be interesting. But there you go, that was 3, 2, 1, 10, go. Odyssey Part 1. Odyssey Part 2, as usual, comes out the following day. I like to give you guys a bit of a chance to see what the Odyssey maps are about and then explore for yourself before just me blurting out what I do. But as usual, if you do need assistance with them, tomorrow the video will be released. So thank you all so much for watching. Love the idea of this Odyssey, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.